Guess what? We have one winner in the Georgia election Senate runoff race. What a day it is. The election results last night out of Georgia kept everyone on their seats, and you may have to get a cushion, as one viewer just said in the Instagram room, because we won't know the results of the other seat until at least Friday. Yes. So we are in this for the thick of things, and we're going to be in for the long haul. This is your second stimulus check and second stimulus package update, third stimulus check and third stimulus package, Cash Act update, and revisions to the first stimulus package. So much across the board. This is Mornings LA, direct from Los Angeles on an early mornings taping, actually. It's a little bit, I think it's a little bit after 6 a.m. I wanted to get on live with you for this early version of Mornings LALATE on a big day. So if you've not subscribed, please do go to the Funds channel, subscribe. Also, hit the alert button so you get alert when I next go live, which will be about 12 noon Pacific Standard Time approximately. And also like this video. There's so much going on. Yes, Warlock has won. One seat is concluded, the other one is still pending. Warlock is your winner. He defeated the incumbent Kelly Loeffler, and he is heading to DC. So one down, one to go in the Georgia Senate races. In this recording, I'm going to go over what's happening in Georgia. Then I'll be cutting back to your $1,200, excuse me, your $2,000 stimulus check and what's going on with that. Know there's going to be a lot of questions about what's going on with the $2,000 stimulus check. I'll be cutting then to the $600 stimulus check. What's going on with some delayed $600 stimulus checks? And then I'll be cutting over to second stimulus items that are going live, like PPP, EIDL, free broadband, free internet, things like that. Very exciting news. And then we'll hone in on third stimulus check and third stimulus package. That's Biden stimulus. And I'm so glad you're in the room. I'd love to hear your reactions. Drop your comments as I go along with each of the topics, and I'll answer them on the fly as we get to each of the subject matters. But first, let's turn to the Georgia Senate races. Last night, two Georgia runoff races were at stake to determine the balance of power in Washington. Two Georgia Senate seats, both would have to be run by Democrats to get the Senate to go blue. A split vote will not give a blue Senate. Rather, they only can get it by getting both wins. Well, as you wake up this morning, one of two races is finalized and now with a projected winner. That is the Warnock race. Warnock has defeated incumbent Kelly Loeffler, Republican, by about a 3 percentage point margin, so it's safe to bet he is the projected winner in seat number one. He's the Democrat. Family out of Ebenezer Church, first African American senator for the state of Georgia. Very historic day. He's heading to DC. So, what about the second race? Well, the race is too close to call. And by all accounts, we will not know the race until at least Friday after about, I would say about 3 o'clock on the West Coast, if not later. Let me explain why. The Ossoff-Perdue race has about 16,000 votes between them. It's too close to call. And the way the Georgia runoff race works is they are allowing overseas military ballots by 5 p.m. on Friday. And by 5 p.m. on Friday, they have till that moment to receive the military ballots, of which they estimate are more than the margin of error, margin of spread at the moment. So let me say that in another way. They know how many military ballots are overseas. They know how many potential ballots could be coming in, but they don't know how many. But the margin, the available ballots that could come in overseas is enough to switch the race either direction in the Ossoff-Perdue race. So those ballots are due by Friday at 5 p.m. They've not given us clarity how quickly they can count the ballots, but presumably the Ossoff-Perdue race to count those military ballots by 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday will take a few hours. So that may not be till about 5 o'clock my time, Pacific Standard Time on Friday. So you are going to be in the long run for this for a few more days. That is where we are. I see a lot of comments in the room. Yes, I see certain reaction by certain candidates, but the truth of the matter is the race is too close to call in the Ossoff Purdue race, that the margin of victory of the number of ballots is too close. There's too many ballots outstanding from the military overseas. They have till Friday to deliver them at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time by mail, and that we don't know how many are going to come in. There could be none coming in. There could be two coming in. There could be all of them coming in. We don't know, and that is where we are. Um, then I'm not even to the issue of a recount. We have not heard yet from the Secretary of State of Georgia how close the numbers have to be for a recount before he certifies. I presume because we're in the margin, we're in a very tight space, that maybe we be in the margin of to have a recount. Don't know that either, but this will not be a done deal until at least Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So there you go. Who's in the lead? Ossoff is in the lead by about 15,000 ballots, and there's more than that number overseas coming in from the military. I'll have another update for you at the 15-minute mark, and then one again at the 30-minute mark. All right, now let me cut back to your $2,000 stimulus check. Well, the $2,000 stimulus check can't happen this week by all accounts. Reason why is I don't, unless they're going to swear in the senatorial candidates on a Saturday or Sunday. I don't see the swearing in of the senatorial candidates until early next week after the Ossoff Purdue race has been certified by the end of this week. So there's no way to get the $2,000 stimulus check to a law this weekend. But by all accounts, Nancy Pelosi should do the Cash Act 2021 bill in the House today. There doesn't seem to be anything really impeding. I don't think she really thinks it would be sort of strange for her to think that whatever she does today will impact those mail in ballots over the next 2 days. I don't think so. It doesn't make sense. So she should do the Cash Act 2021 in the House today, get it ready, and start sending it over to the Senate because ultimately, Cash Act is a fix-it bill. It's not the third stimulus package. It's not the second stimulus package. The Cash Act bill would give you $1,400 on top of the $600 to bring you to $2,000. $2,000 for individuals, $2,000 for a married couple, $2,000 for children, $2,000 for adult dependents. And that's really needed news. It also would give a retroactive stimulus check for adult dependents who did not get one in the first stimulus package. All right, now let me cut back to oh, and let me finish also. For the $2,000 stimulus check, it would have to land at the president's table and then get voted on and sent out. So you still could get the $2,000 check sometime next week, but getting it to law by this end of this week looks too tight. Will adult dependents be included on the Cash Act? Says John in the Instagram room where Soundcast Instagram. Yes, absolutely. Um, Doesn't seem fair that we have to wait for our taxes when a lot of people already got that. That's referring to the second stimulus check. I'm going to get to that in a second. Remember, the Cash Act is a fix-it bill. It's not the second. It's not the third. It's a fix-it bill that goes. Thank you for Dina for the nice comment. It's a bill that drops between the second stimulus package and the third stimulus package. All right, let me go back now to the second stimulus check. The second stimulus check battle is really getting confusing for a lot of viewers. And it's not a battle between Congress, it's a battle between you and me. If you post a comment like Doreen said, can you respond to my comment? They're on the flies. So if I don't see it, repost it again and I'll get the next time around. For the Now turning to the second stimulus check, some people have still not gotten the electronic check, and some have still not gotten the paper check. As Bobby just posted, the portal is a joke. It is a joke. Let me say something very clear, which I've been saying for a couple days, which that IRS track your stimulus check. Don't use it. It is a joke. It is not It is not a big thing. It doesn't work. It didn't work the first time. It doesn't work this time. And when people go to it, and you haven't got to, so deranged just said I haven't got to my second stimulus check by now. Yeah, let me go over this issue of people who have not gotten their second stimulus check. First, starting with that portal, don't rely on the portal. I would say don't even use it. I've been telling viewers for a while, don't even use that portal, that IRS portal to track your stimulus check. It's not good. It doesn't work. Don't use it. So that's the first thing. Second, let me go to where checks actually are. Paper checks, that's the easiest one. Paper checks, I have had less than 10% of viewers get that paper check. So give it time. The paper checks are taking an enormous amount of time to get to people's hands. I expect at least the end of next week until we start getting concerned about the paper checks. I don't even think I'm at 50% I don't even think I'm at 15% of viewers for paper check yet. So just I'm hearing almost no one with paper checks. Will child support be taken out of the $600 stimulus checks? Asked David in the Instagram. No. So the $600 stimulus check not taken out for debt collection, not taken out for child support, not taken out for back taxes. The paper check, don't worry if you don't receive it this week. It may not come here until late next week. That's the first one. Second, the H&R Block and TurboTax issue remains really a big issue, but the great news is it's their problem. It's not the IRS's problem. What's going on with TurboTax and H&R Block is a technical problem on their side. They're fixing it. You go to their websites, they'll give you updates, and those websites updates will show you when and where you're getting it. The good news is they're on top of it. They have a lot of money. They have great computers. They have great programmers. They're going to get things fixed. So don't worry about that. If you have another online tax preparer and you're confronting the same problem, refer to their website. It's not an IRS website. All right, so then the electronic receipt for everyone else. The electronic receipt of that second stimulus check, the $600, if you don't have it still, and you receive the first stimulus check electronically, give it time. I still see a lot of people not getting anything. Some viewers say that the electronic check is going to paper check and coming in the mail. So if you have seen something on the Track It tool or somewhere else where it tells you that you have been reverted from electronic to paper, then you're not going to get the paper this week, and you may not get the paper next week. It may come in 2 weeks from now. So that's what's going on. My check was sent to a closed account. Will I get the check mailed? Great question. Yes. So if they attempted a closed account, it is then going to go to paper, but your paper receipt will likely be received a week after everyone else's only paper group. The only paper group, which I mean refer to people who were only going to get paper all along. They're going to come first. You're going to come after the only paper group in terms of routing times. So there we go. Now you're up to date on your second stimulus check, the $2,000 Cash Act Fix-It stimulus check. I'll be cutting to the third stimulus check in a second, but now as we come up on the 15-minute mark, let me give you the big update. The big update is the Georgia Senate race is still not over, but we do have one winner. Warnock has defeated Loeffler in one of those races. Warnock, the challenger Democrat, defeated Kelly Loeffler, the incumbent Republican, to win that Senate seat, Democrat. So one Democrat is done. The other seat is not determined. Warnock is the first Democrat and first African American to win a Senate seat out of Georgia. So how about the Ossoff-Perdue race? The Ossoff-Perdue race is too close to call. Ossoff is leading very narrowly by about 10, 15,000 votes, but the way Georgia works is they allow military ballots to arrive in Georgia by Friday at 5 p.m. their time, and the number of military ballots overseas, possible number of military ballots overseas, they don't know how many voted, is far in excess of the margin between the two people. So that's what's going on. We will not know the results of the Ossoff-Perdue race until at least Friday at 5 p.m. Thank God for you, LA. It wasn't for you, the people would be going crazy right now. I appreciate that, John Morris. So now let me cut back to second stimulus. and I'll have another update for you at the 30-minute mark. The other update about second stimulus is FPUC $300 is landing more bank accounts today. New York got the $300 this week. Actually, Janie, $300 landed in New York last week. Hello from the Dominican Republic, Sam Ramos. Well, thank you for joining me. Sam Carson, I'm so sorry, Sam Carson. Thank you for joining me for the Dominican Republic. The number of states who have paid $300 are the following: California, New York, uh, Arizona, Colorado, Florida, Texas, Minnesota, and someone else. Oh, I forgot. I think it was Ohio. And they have paid $300 in Florida. Now, what I want you to understand is that if you haven't gotten anything, or if you are still inactive, don't worry. I just want to give you routing times. Yes, they have paid in Florida. Please don't come in and say nothing in Florida. That's absolutely untrue. I don't want to be fighting the viewers this time of the morning. You're wrong. So get lost if you want to fight with me. The Florida has actually paid viewers $300. Some viewers have not been paid $300. New York has received $300 as early as last week. Some viewers have not gotten the $300. And the California, viewers have gotten $300. Others have actually still stayed at lockdown status. So that is the dynamic of where we are today. Some states have, but that's better since Colorado is paying. I think I said Colorado, but I don't know if I forgot that. For Stacy, Colorado has paid $300 for some viewers. Now, what I want you to understand is that this is for some viewers. This is not for every viewer, and this is for viewers who have actually physically gotten the money. This is really good news because you want to see that they're paying the money. The reason I tell you this is so that you hear they're paying the money. This is different than people that are routing or pending. Now, in certain states, they're telling you that they're not going to be paying anything for several weeks. Those are New Mexico and New Mexico and Washington are not paying anything until middle January. And so, with no money being paid till middle January, we will only see no middle money till middle January. Other states are not telling you anything, and those states are leaving a lot of viewers in the dark. And so, between the best of three evils, you rather be told where the money is. So let me recap. In several states, they're not telling you at all when the money's coming, and no one has gotten the money. In New Mexico and Washington, they're telling viewers the money will be coming in middle January. And in California, New Mexico, actually, California, Colorado, Rhode Island, I forgot, Arizona, Massachusetts, Florida, Texas, New York. Some viewers have got to the $300. And so there you go. Ossoff has not actually won. The fake narrative just kicks in that early morning. Ossoff has not won. And we won't know the race until the 30-minute mark. So I'll have updates for you later on in the video. I just love that. I had someone send me a message yesterday in the middle of the day. Said the races are concluded. I'm like, the polls aren't even closed. It's like, I just love it. How can someone win when 98% of the votes are tallied and the margin of victory is, is the number of ballots outstanding? I just love it. Oh my goodness. So there you go. There's one thing about optimism, but fake narrative is another one. All right, now let me cut back. Yeah, the election's not over yet. That's absolutely well said the one viewer. Maryland started paying mine. Oh, congratulations. So Minar says that Maryland has paid his or her $300. So that's great news. So we have Maryland. Check Maryland off the list. So that's great news. Georgia. Oh, so there we go. We got another one. Georgia, someone got $300. If you're another state that I did not mention and you've got the $300 drop on the screen, that's great news. Um, Illinois paid. Wow, emoji. Okay, so now this is good. Michigan paid. Michigan paid 600. What do you mean 300? Probably mean 300. Um, so Georgia and Maryland, add those to the list. Louisiana. Wow. So we're seeing a big influx. Illinois paid $300. Wow, I love this. This is really good. So we see a big runoff of about five, six more states in just a few minutes. So parts of Louisiana, but other parts of Louisiana. Oregon got paid. Wow. Okay, so now this is really, really good news. So So we're seeing now maybe about a dozen states. What's going on in Texas? Some have gotten paid in Texas. So we have about a dozen states that have paid $300 now for some viewers, not all viewers, for some viewers. Tennessee, wow, okay, so thank you. This is a very West Virginia, okay, okay, maybe there's a lot then. I know that Warnock has to, yeah, Warnock. I know that certain people declaring victory. Just Connecticut. Wow, there we go. So we're seeing a lot of Indiana won't say when it's coming. So Paul Ryan, hey Paul, haven't seen you in a while. Indiana's not saying when it's coming. So there we go. Now let's cut over to the remainder of your second stimulus package items. And wow, so exciting. So EIDL grant, PPP, are among the items that will be going live perhaps as early as this week. On the case of PPP, SBA has not given guidance to the lenders how they're going to underwrite it. So they're waiting for the underwriting documents from SBA to be given to the lending to the banks to tell them how they're going to do PPP. PPP is the Paycheck Protection Program. It starts as a loan but converts to a grant, free money. It's for small businesses or independent contractors, gig workers, Airbnb, anything like that. You can go get it by going to your local bank or going to a fin bank. A lot of people had success with fin banks before. I'll bring back recordings on this channel about the PPP so you have clarity on how to do it. The PPP, again, is not live, but you apply with your bank or your fin bank. And if you want me to detail those fin banks on this channel like I did back in April and May, I could do that again. EIDL will be coming back as well. EIDL will be coming back for people in certain types of industries. First, it'll be EIDL grant for agriculture and ranching. So if you're an agricultural, a farmer, or ranching, you can get an EIDL grant, $10,000. Then if you are a business in the low income community, you can get the EIDL grant as well. The EIDL grant for the low income community and agriculture, we don't have the indication from SBA how they're going to make that look on their website. Agricultural, we've seen it before in May. So agricultural, what happened in May was people who applied, and then they ran the information. They ran it, and then they saw that certain people were not agricultural, and they denied it. That was the first thing. The low-income community, not quite clear how they're going to do that. I think they're going to presumably track your zip code as a way to benchmark whether you are a low-income community. That's either in the business or your personal address if it's something you declare on your personal return. Then turning to SNAP benefits. SNAP benefits is really exciting. SNAP is free food. And if you're not on SNAP, go to 211 or contact the Department of Agriculture. The SNAP benefits are really well deserved for viewers who need it. And the great news is that under the second stimulus, they're raising SNAP 15%. Some states are doing differently. Some are raising it on your January check. Others are raising it starting on the February check. You're going to get 6 months. So if it's January, you're going to get January to June, or you're going to get February to July. 15 months. Actually, 15% for 6 months. Then you don't have to do anything. It's automatic. Then, if you have a child staying at home because of the pandemic, go to uh, go to Department of Agriculture and tell them and get pandemic EBIT. That's an additional $114 for each child that stays at home. Really good news. And then you have the next things that are coming live under second stimulus, which are free rent, free utilities, free internet. Those may not likely hit this week, but we shall see. I mean, I've been surprised by stuff before. Some stuff changes by the minute. Will we still get the maximum? Yes. So, you'll be raised by 15%. So wherever you are, you'll still be raised to 15%. One viewer asked me, if I'm at maximum SNAP, do I still get 15%? Yes. I I got 6 months of rent and all utilities paid by LALATE yesterday. Carolyn, wow, congratulations. So Carolyn used Purple, which is Afternoons LA, and also Purple Live, and she got 6 months of rent. I know Vasquez 323 sent me a DM yesterday. He got $5,000 in rent from this channel as well. I'll be bringing back Purple on this channel. It's been gone for about 2 days, so it will be back. It's really exciting, great news. Now, let me turn to third stimulus package. Third stimulus package is Biden's stimulus. And now I would say by the end of this week, we should start to see Biden's third stimulus package. It's been enough guessing time. It's time to start seeing some darn bills. Let's see some bills and let's get it going. Biden should give us a prospectus and give us more details and numbers, but this is what he said so far in transition papers and in speeches and in other statements. First, hazard pay to answer the viewer and Dawn in the Instagram room. Hazard pay. Second, multiple stimulus checks. Third, SSI and SSDI, $2,400. Additionally, EIDL grant for everyone, PPP for everyone, uh, FPUC retroactive, 20 weeks at $600 a week. Lifeline grant, CDC grant, and I think we got it there. So let me recap again: $2,400 of SSI and SSDI, FPUC retro at 20 weeks. Thank you, thank you Overman for the super chat. 20 weeks retroactive of FPUC at $600 a week. Multiple stimulus checks. Rent, utilities, food, eviction moratorium, mortgage forbearance, student loan debt forgiveness, uh, multiple stimulus checks, hazard pay, and the SSI. I think I got it all. Nancy's going to wait till Biden's in office. She better not. That's just bad. That's just bad advice. She should pass it in the House because her House is not going to change between now and the 20th. She should pass it in the House so that it doesn't expire, but at least get it passed so that it is ready to land in the Senate, and then head to Biden's table. And wow, what a day it is. So now as we come up on the 30-minute mark, let me give you a big update. You're joining me live from Los Angeles. This is an early edition of Mornings LA, usually at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, but this is an early taping. And there's so much exciting news across the board. Stimulus, second stimulus, third stimulus, and Cash Act stimulus. Hello from Guam, Mike Macy. Anyone else tuning in internationally as well? I know someone was tuning in from the Dominican Republic. If you're international, give me a shout out and I'll give you a shout out right back. So much exciting news out of the Georgia Senate races. Two Georgia races went to the polls yesterday to determine the balance of power in Washington. Thank you, Don, for the super chat. Hello from Thailand, Chris Collins. The determination of the balance of power hinges, Puerto Rico, Carlos Garcia, hinges on the outcome of two Senate races. And one race, we have the winner. Hello from Ecuador. Wow. And what city was that? Uh, Osen, Cuenca, Ecuador. Hello from Ireland. Hello, Shalea from Ireland. Wow, this feels very international. So the hello from Omaha. Well, we're almost international with Omaha. Uh, One of two races has been determined. The Warnock race is concluded. Warnock has defeated incumbent Kelly Loeffler on a margin of victory of about 3 percentage points. Warnock becomes the first Democrat of two seats at issue. He's also the first African American ever elected out of Georgia as a senator. He is now confirmed. Warnock is the winner in the Warnock Loeffler race, Democrat. So let's turn to Ossoff and Perdue. It's too close to call. Ossoff and Perdue is too close to call. There is no less than about 15,000 votes separating them. And the way that Georgia works is they have to wait for overseas military ballots to come in by 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Friday before they determine the results of the election. There's more than that number of ballots overseas of U.S. military men and women from Georgia to switch the race either for Ossoff to Purdue or Purdue to Ossoff. So we simply just don't know. Again, that's Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Ossoff and Purdue, we won't know the result until Friday at 5 p.m. And at that point, how soon do they count them? How soon will they have a victory? Will there be a recount? We don't know, but it looks like we won't see anything until the late part of Friday. Meantime, that does impact the time in which you get $2,000 stimulus check. We won't see a bill or law. We won't see the $2,000 stimulus check as a law this week because we won't have those senators both sworn in by the end of the week unless they do it on a Sunday, which I've never seen them do before. And unless they do it on a Sunday, then you would see the $2,000 stimulus check as a law the week after and as a potential cash in your hand then thereafter as well. Hello from Maui as well. Wow, wow. Thank you so much for joining me. Any updates on the people who have gotten the second stimulus check? Yes, that was earlier in the video. Basically, paper check no one has gotten, practically less than 10% of the viewers of the channel. People who have a failed attempt for the electronic are going to paper, and you will be coming a week after everyone else's paper. Paper will be coming this week and next week. And then electronic people who do not have a failed electronic deposit, that will be coming in the next few days as well. And then TurboTax and H&R Blocks are still fixing things. What a day it is. So thank you for joining me. If you missed anything, you can replay this video. It'll be archived on the site. Thank you for joining me for Mornings LA. As always, go to the phone channel and subscribe. Hit the alert button and also like this video. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay in LA for more.